my laundry room. My laundry room. It's yellow. Yellow walls. I think it's so cute. Look at this. Home is where the cat hair sticks to everything but the cat. I thought that was so cute. My mom bought that for me when we first moved in. So that was like a cute little gift. I'm gonna balance this. So my dad gave us like pieces of carpet because he knows the cats. We don't have carpet in the house except for the bedrooms. And so he knows the cats like to sleep on carpet. And so he had extra pieces. And I made my husband, like, we have we have like a square thing, a rectangular shaped thing of carpet for the cats' food and water bowls so that they don't move them around, because Starla liked to like tip them over. And then we had extra pieces, so my husband cut them in little squares to put on top of the dryer and the washer so that I could balance like my washing thingies on there, and if I fold clothes on top of it, like they don't slip off. Like, I don't know, it really works. So I'm going to fold my towels and stuff, so I thought I would bring you guys in here with me. How are you guys doing? It's Saturday. It doesn't feel like Saturday. It literally, I don't even know what day it feels like. It just, my weeks are, or my days are just, they kind of blend into each other. Like they literally don't feel, they don't feel like, it doesn't feel like the weekend to me. The weekends don't feel like the weekends. The weekdays, sometimes it's hard for me to follow what day it is, because I don't have to, you know, go on with any kind of schedule or anything. So my days are just blending. It's kind of funny. So I was going to go to Barnes & Noble today because the Starseed Oracle is out and everybody's been posting pictures of it, and I want a copy. And our local Barnes & Noble has a copy, but it's Saturday and Saturdays are usually crazy. I don't do well with crowd. Literally, I don't do well with crowd. So, sorry, I'm down here, but so I'm thinking of going on Monday. Whoops. I'm thinking of going on Monday to Barnes & Noble. Hubby and I are gonna walk the mall just to get out of the house and like look around. And I have like coupon for Torrid, which I don't really need anything, but hey, it's a coupon, so maybe I'll buy some more leggings or something that I don't need. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay. So, what was I talking about? The mall and all that. I don't like big crowds. Like, I don't like being around a lot of people. It just kind of makes me nervous, and I get a little bit overwhelmed, and the mall on a weekend is the place that I just don't do well at. So usually if I go to the mall, it's a quick, I gotta go in, go to one store and get out. Or if I'm gonna like browse the mall, I gotta be with someone. So I preferably hubby is with me. So we're gonna do that on Monday. And then, yeah. So I've been reading Hidden Bodies. I've only gotten through 20% of the book, at least compared to, at least at like Goodreads is like, you're 25% into the book. So I think I'm reading fairly well. I'm a slowish reader, but I've been really into it and it's really good. And those of you guys who have not read Hidden Bodies, this is part 2. It's like the second book from the You book and the You series on Netflix. Hidden Bodies does not follow the show at all. There's like characters are, you could kind of see which character was which character was which in the show, but the storyline is so different. So if you've seen the show but you haven't read the book, read the book because it's just as good, but it's so different. It doesn't even follow the show. So that's why I'm like devouring this one in my slow reading style, but I am devouring it. So I wanted to be done with this book this weekend, but seeing as today is Saturday and I'm only 25% into the book, I don't know if I'm going to finish it. I'm going to get a lot of reading time in today because I don't have any tarot readings to do. So the thing about that, you guys, is when I was working at the library, and my orders that would come in for TCM, I wouldn't do readings on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays of the week and every other Saturday. So when the orders would come in, they would start to pile up, and then I would feel like the busyness of doing readings because I was only doing readings certain days out of the week. And so now that I have every single day to myself to do whatever I want, I'm like, I find myself, if I don't have a reading coming in, I'm like, what am I going to do with myself? What am I going to do with my time? So yesterday I did a blog post, and if you guys haven't read it, I did a blog post. It's called To Put It Bluntly. And I basically just kind of just wrote what was on my mind about being a working from home type of a person now, and just some thoughts that came through with that. And so if you're interested in reading the blog, it's a really short little thing. Go to thecacklingmoon.com and check it out. So I'm going to try to do a blog post once a week, preferably, but if not, at least twice a month. And what is this in my hair? and see how that works. But yeah, so right now I'm kind of, readings are slow right now. There's really nothing coming through. And so I'm like noticing it more. And I think it's because I'm actually like wide open for readings. And so now that I have the time to do it, I feel the lack of the orders coming through. So I don't know if that makes sense. So anyways, what else? It is, I think it's like 11 something. I don't know. I was up early this morning. I woke up at 7, I think, because my hubby texted me around 4:30 in the morning. So I was up then texting with him, and then I went back to sleep. And then I think it's about 7 o'clock I got up and I fed the cats. And if you have cats, those of you guys who have cats, it's a chore in itself. So I have 2 fur babies, and every morning it's a thing. So I get up in the morning, I open the windows in the house. I like to open particular windows where the cat trees are because the cats like to look out the windows after they eat. So they have the cats have a routine. And so then I feed them and I clean out their bowls. I give them fresh water. I give them a wet food. I give them a little bit of dry food. And then I open the windows and stuff. And then I clean out all 3 litter boxes. So I scoop out the litter boxes because right after they eat, they're in the litter boxes doing their thing. So I do my best to stay on top of it. And it's always a compliment every single time my mom and dad come over. They're like, you have 2 cats and we can't smell them. So that's a big compliment to me because when I was young, I always had cats, and my mom used to always tell me clean out your cat's litter box. I could smell it and smelling up the house. So the fact that I have 2 cats and when she comes over, she can't even smell them. It's yes, I'm on top of it. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So that was my morning routine with the cats. And then, after that, what did I do? I laid back in bed. I texted hubby for a little bit. I was just reading my emails. I was looking at Instagram, just, typical morning updates and stuff, right? And then I got the coffee ready, the coffee machine heating up the water. So when hubby got home, he was able to have a cup of coffee and we had breakfast. I ended up picking up breakfast. I know that that's bad, but I just was not in the mood to cook breakfast today. I've been cooking breakfast every morning. So I picked up breakfast. I picked up sausage McMuffins. So we had that with some coffee, and then Hubs took a shower and he's knocked out. So he's not gonna wake up for hours. He asked me to wake him up at 1:30, but I think I'm gonna let him sleep a little bit longer. Like, I'll wake him up and see what he wants, but chances are he's gonna sleep probably till about 4. And then I just have the whole day to myself, you guys. So I plan on picking up a lemonade. I'm really craving, not a lemonade, an iced tea. I'm obsessed with Starbucks's the peach green tea. Oh my gosh, it is so good. So, and I'm not a green tea person, but there's just something about the peach one, the peach flavored. So I think I'm going to pick up one of those and work on, I don't know. I say stuff on my website, but my website's pretty much updated. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll just like sip green tea and read more of Hidden Bodies and stuff. So I'm going to get a lot of reading time done. And then my husband and I, we don't have cable. So, sorry, I'm touching my hair. My husband and I, we don't have cable. So we use like Netflix. We used to have Hulu. We have, I have the Stars Network because I'm totally waiting for Oleander. Oh my gosh. Is it Oleander? No, it's not. Outlander. Oh my God. I'm like getting my stuff all mixed up. I'm totally waiting for season 5 of Outlander to come back. And that's next month. So I have a Stars subscription, and I've been using my mom's cable login. So she gave me her username and password to log into her cable. And so I've been like not streaming it, but like I just connect my phone to the TV and all that. And I get to watch all of my juicy shows like Vanderpump Rules, which is on now. I think it's like every Tuesday there's an episode coming out. I've been catching up on my Housewives of New Jersey. Like, they're my favorites. I like Beverly Hills as well, but Housewives of New Jersey I'm catching up on right now. And so I'm just like enjoying life. I'm just enjoying life, you guys. Like, I'm really happy. Yesterday hubby was like, you look so like de-stressed, I guess. He's just like, you look so relaxed, so calm. How do you feel? And I'm like, I don't feel stressed at all. I really don't feel stressed. I think that like every once in a while there's, you know, something that pops up in my mind where it gets me a little bit nervous or worried, or, you know, like doubt starts to creep in, and I start to think like, is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? You know, am I happy with this? Am I content? And then the thought goes away, you know? So, and then yesterday I had a really bad headache yesterday, you guys. I woke up with a headache, and then it just progressed into a migraine. But it was like a mild migraine. Like, I've had really bad migraines, and then I've had migraines that are just, they're there, but you know, I can get through it. And then I've had like the ones where you're just like let me just be in the dark. So yesterday I had a mild migraine, and it literally started to erupt during the video where I was filming about the discussion for the book club. So towards the end of it, I was just like, I gotta go. And so my headache just evolved, and I just was chugging water, and I took an Excedrin, and the Excedrin took a little bit to kick in, but eventually it kicked in, and I put some sunglasses on, and I was in the front yard watering my grass and just breathing in fresh oxygen, because like that was one thing my mom always taught me when she would have headaches. She was like, drink a Coke, take an Excedrin, and breathe in oxygen. Like, those are her 3 things that she would do. Because sometimes laying down just doesn't help. It actually makes it worse, at least for me. So laying down makes my headache worse. So I have to sit up, and I'll just like sit up and like close my eyes in the darkness. But eventually the headache subsided, and then it went away altogether by the evening, and I felt so much better, but it was awful. Like, it just came on, and it erupted. But yeah, so I've been good, you guys. I've been having like really relaxing days, and a lot of thinking time. I think I'm gonna drop this, what do you call this? The tapestry behind me. Like, I have it sideways because when it's like up, right side up, it's too long and it just doesn't, it's too long and thin. It doesn't look right. So I like it lengthwise, but I think I'm going to drop it just a little bit. So it could be a little bit lower so it doesn't cut off like too early, you know what I mean? So I want it to be like completely behind me. So we'll see. I think I'm going to have to do that later today. Well, we'll see if it looks good or not. I don't know. But I like it because it's like the sun and moon. I picked that one up like years ago when I first started my journey. And I had the intention of like using it as a backdrop in my videos, and I never hung it up in my wall because at the time when I was living at my mom's house, I was like so afraid of like somebody seeing it, and I just didn't want to deal. And then it blends in with the wall here. So, cause it's like, if it gets wet and stuff, it runs the dye. And so I was always afraid of putting it on a white wall because I feel like it would rub off on it after a while. But this wall is like the same color, so it's perfect. It just like fits. It was like this, I literally like, my little house was meant to be. I seriously feel that way about it. So, yeah. But other than that, I wanted to do kind of like just another little video diary because I miss doing these, and I feel like you guys just need a little bit of different stuff. I have my notes written out from, I had put up a request on Instagram for all of you guys to tell me what kind of videos you want to see. So I'm going to be working on doing that, and out of one of the ideas that you guys gave me, there's a potential new series that I could start doing. So if I decide to do this series, I think you guys will like it, and I'm just so thankful because I have such amazing followers. Like, you guys are so cool, and the ideas that you give me are just so they're just nice. That's why I like to ask you guys, what do you want to see? Because I'm doing the videos and I could talk forever, you know, but I want to like put stuff out that you guys actually want to see. So I really appreciate your guys' input and all that stuff. Yes. So before I get to folding laundry, I wanted to show you guys, I'm going to be starting up my astrology studies again. I was doing them a lot last year, and then I stopped and I was like focusing more on other aspects of TCM. And so I'm going to be picking it up again. And I think I'm going to start with reading this book. So I picked this one up, I don't know, months ago, and it's called The Stars Within You, A Modern Guide to Astrology. It seems like it would be a fun little read. It goes into all of the signs and the different, you know, planets within each sign. So I think this one will be kind of fun to read because this year for my astro studies, I really want to focus on the transits, the planetary transits, and like learning the planets and the way the planets are in retrospect to each sign. So, and the houses as well. Because I feel like the signs themselves, I kind of have a pretty good idea of, you know, what they're about. And so I'm going to work on the planets. I have literally a tarot, oh my God, an astrology course that I started last year, predictive astrology. It also goes into, there's another section here, this one, the transits. So it's by Dark Pixie Astrology. So if anyone's interested, she has a lot of courses that are pretty affordable in her website. But this one is transits, planetary movements, and aspects. So this is the part that I'm going to start really focusing on. So you have like transit Mercury in the 9th house, like those kind of things, because when it comes to like reading my own daily chart or reading other people's charts, I want to be a little bit more well-versed in them and then add my own intuitive flavor to it, because I think astrology is a blend of fact, or I guess fact, if you want to call it fact. Astrology is like a lot of like what the books say versus, you know, your intuition. And so I want to kind of bring a blend of the two in my readings. And I think that by studying studying this stuff, it'll kind of help me obtain that type of a reading style, because I really want to branch into more astrology stuff than versus like just tarot readings, because I love tarot readings, but I also really like astrology, and I've been into astrology more than tarot. I just never dove into it like as in depth as I have. So so I think what I'm going to do is read through the course that I purchased, and then also start reading through this book. I may or may not open this up for a book club. We'll see. It's kind of like every typical astrology book where, you know, it just goes into the stuff. So I don't know. I'll see how people feel about the idea of this as a book club, because that will hold me more accountable, and maybe I will finish it cover to cover, because I've never read this. So yeah. And I already have my little hermit bookmark ready to go. So I gotta do it. And this is the perfect time to start doing it, because I have so much time on my hands. The other thing I noticed when it comes to studying the astrology is I do really well with correlating cards into the mix. So I have a deck where I drew on each card the astro sign for each card, like which one it resembles. And the Oracle of the Radiant Sun is an oracle deck specifically for the astros. Now, the only thing about this deck is it only goes up to, I think it's Saturn. I believe it only goes up to Saturn. I don't think it has Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, but I'm not sure. I have to I have to double check. So that's the only downfall on it, but I do have other oracle decks that I could pull out to help learn. Oh my gosh, this is so hard. Hang on. Trying to do this one-handed. There we go. I don't have my tripod with me. So Oracle of the Radiant Sun, this is the newer version that came out. So it's like that ugly bright orange. This one you could find on Amazon for like 20 bucks, 25 bucks. So yeah, it's the cheaper one. The first edition is like the one that's really, really expensive. So yeah, so the book kind of correlates each card to it, and it gives you an idea of not only just the card meanings, but also like the planetary things and, you know, just the mood of it all. So there's like a moon in Scorpio and all of that. So it's a kind of a cool addition to the tarot oh my gosh, I keep saying tarot. Obviously you see where my where my one and only love is, but I'm trying to branch out. So astrology, it's a fun way to add to studying astrology, is like using the cards. And yeah, so that's my goal. That's one of my resolutions for 2020, is to bring back the astrology studies. Oh my God, I swear. So annoying. So bring back the astrology studies, read through. You guys should have seen me when I was at the printer, like printing all this stuff out. But I'm old fashioned. Like I like to handwrite notes, because if I'm writing it down, I obtain the messages, the information so much better than if I'm just reading it from a screen. So it took me forever to print all of this, and it wasn't cheap. I mean, it wasn't expensive, but it wasn't cheap either. But it was so worth it. So yeah, so I can't wait. I can't wait to dive in and become more familiar with my planets, become more familiar with the transits and all of that good stuff. And yeah, dive in. So this is going to be a little project in the making, and maybe I'll do videos on that separately to share with you guys how that journey goes. Okay, so I'm going to finish folding the laundry, and then I don't know, probably just put on some TV. And well, this is from 2019, huh? Yeah, I have to update the new one. That's not gonna work anymore, the ephemeris. I was learning how to read these too, but I'm gonna need to get the 2020 ones now. So yeah, so just finish this, well not this, finish laundry, and then I'm probably gonna put on a show and just watch TV and sip my green peach tea and just indulge on some fun Saturday laziness. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. And if any of you guys are studying astrology, give me some ideas. Like, how do you guys study? What do you study? Are you reading any specific books? What kind of books do you like to read? What books do you recommend? Are there any astrology channels that you like to watch? Like, let me know, because I could always use some more recommendations. Talk to you guys later.